Jaya 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 Mahadeva Jaya 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 Mahadeva Shiva Shankar Adi Ananta Shiva Shankar Adi Ananta Jaya 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 Mahadeva. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Sorry for telling all of you at the last moment. So, a phenomena like Maha Kumbh, it's a celestial phenomena which the wisdom of this civilization learned to make use of. When we say making use of celestial phenomena for our well-being, and well-being meaning at different stages in your life, you think different things are your well-being. When you're in school, you think, I want to go to college. That particular one. Maybe because it's a premier institution, or neighborhood girl or boy is in that school, that college. Whichever way, you want to go to that particular place. Hello? Different people went to institutions for different reasons, isn't it? You got there. You thought this is it. But in no time you realize it's not about getting into the college, it's about getting out, which is a real thing. Then somehow you get out and you think this is it. Then you realize that's the most frustrating time. You have a qualification but you don't have a job. So now you think, if I get this job, everything will be fixed. You get the job and then you realize life is getting complicated. And then you think, what is the point working like a donkey? That particular man or that particular woman who's my dream. If I marry that girl or marry that man, that's it. Oh, then it started. Nothing wrong with other person. It's just one more ball to juggle daily. Then more things spill out of life, you know. Like this it's going on. And you will see people who have lived 30, 40, 50, 60 years, successful careers in other people's view, successful marriage also in the neighbor's view. Children are doing well, everything as reasonably as it was planned. But because it takes that much experience to realize it's not fulfilling. All right, it's nothing wrong, but not fulfilling. Something more needs to happen. What is that something more? People don't figure it. A large percentage of people don't figure it even on their deathbed. What is that something more? But they know something more needs to happen with life. So to put it very simply, if you look at the innate nature of life itself, not only human life, any life, they've kept it very clean, not even an ant. I was thinking of looking for an insect and using some example, but let's say there is an ant or a cockroach. You put some kind of barrier around it. It tries to break free or no? It doesn't like bondage. It wants freedom. Cockroach. Hello? Cockroach in its own level of thinking, looking for mukti or no? Huh? In his own level of thinking. So once you come as a human being, you have an intelligence and a consciousness where your idea of mukti should evolve, but generally it doesn't, because you don't give yourself a moment to look at your life. Keep yourself busy or preoccupied in your head so that you can never address life. If you address life, if you just sit for one day without your family, without your television, without a book, without your companions, just sit in one place, just wonder. You don't need any scripture, you don't need any teaching. If you just sit and wonder, your intelligence is capable of seeing. The highest thing in your life is, if you sit here, you have enough intelligence to see, okay, if I get this, what will happen? If I get this, what will happen? If I get this, what will happen? You can see it without actually going through it. That much intelligence and imagination is there with you, isn't it, as a human being? Let's say whatever your desires are, all of them came true right now. Absolutely, everything that you want. Your money, your wealth, your family, your love or your nonsense, whatever, everything happened right now. But you know that's not it, isn't it? It's just that when you don't have that, you think that's it. The moment you have that, you know that's not it. So you have enough intelligence to not waste your entire life to arrive at that. Sitting here right now, you can look at it. If you look at it, you will see naturally the highest thing, the biggest thing and the only thing that you want is to be free. To be free from what? Whatever binds me. What binds us? Only two things, our bodies and our minds. Anything binding you? Anything else? Sadhguru, my wife. That is part of your mind. If I take out your memory, you have no wife, isn't it? We don't have to take out your wife. If you just take out your memory, wife is gone, husband is gone, just everybody is gone, yes or no?
Yeah.
Hello? So it's just a psychological game that you're playing. If you sit here and apply your intelligence, you're capable of seeing the most important thing is to attain to some state of freedom, whatever that is. The shape and form of freedom you do not know. So you must identify the shape and form of bondage. What is the shape of freedom? You don't know. How can you know something which is not in your experience? But you know the shape and form of bondage. So, this longing is there in every human being, but most human beings go without consciously addressing it. So Maha Kumbh is that reminder. This is the most important thing. All these millions of people are here not to buy a ticket to heaven. They want to become free. This is the only civilization where there is such a phenomenon, where 400 million people in the next few days or weeks, they will be going through this one longing. Many of them, they have to put their life savings together to buy a train ticket and come here, but still they come. This is not today. For 8 to 10,000 years they've been coming. Today, of course, there is advertisements on the TV, in the newspaper, the chief minister speaking, people are talking about it. Just leave this, go back 100, 200, 500 years ago. Nobody is giving a call, but people came. In 3rd century, when Yuan Sang, the Chinese traveler came here, he says, 500,000 people had gathered for Kumbh, a festival here in this region. He calls this Tirthraj at that time. Now they're calling it Prayagraj. So he says in Tirthraj, 500,000 people, that's 500,000 people gathered. See, when we got independence in 47, we had only 33 crore people, right? 1700 years ago, what do you think the population would be? Just a guess, can't be more than 3 crores. Hello? Yes or no? Out of 3 crore people, 500 million people gather. So, I'm sorry, not 500 million, 500,000 people gather. No call, just looking at the calendar, looking at the pancham, they know it's going to happen and the whole civilization arrives here, everybody wants to come, traveling long distances. Today, fortunately, the economic condition in the country is improving, and particularly in this state, in the last 7 years, the per capita income has doubled from 47,000 average to 94,000 per person, which is a phenomenal shift. So today you may see them coming in motorcycles or taxis or, other kinds of automobiles. But when I came here in 2000, 2001, I saw many people carrying their old mothers on their backs from the railway station. I went to see how they come. Railway station, they come out, they have one bag like this, a cloth bag. It's just actually a piece of cloth, it's not a bag, tied around them, full of rolled chapatis for the next 3 days, because they can't afford to eat in a restaurant. They don't have money to do that. They've made the chapati at home and they brought it here, they're going to eat just that. They have no accommodation, they just make a small fire and sit here. They're carrying their old mother on their back because their mother said, before I die, I must take a dip in the Kumbh. They brought her on their back like a little child. And when you see this is not driven by any campaign. This is not a propaganda. This is an innate longing which is inspired by a natural phenomena that's happening on the planet. People wanting to make use of that, to rise above limitations and bondages. So, especially this Maha Kumbh is happening once in 144 years. You know the science of it, I won't go into it, otherwise watch Times Now. I've spoken about it plenty. One important thing is, in the next few days you will see all the 7 celestial objects, including Jupiter, including Moon, there will be 7, otherwise 6. They will all be on the night side of the earth, they'll all be in one alignment. Does not mean a straight line. They're all in our visibility, all on one side. Every one of them have their own gravity, particularly Jupiter, which is 11 times larger in diameter than planet Earth, and it is 2.5 times larger in mass than all the planets in the system put together. So it has enough gravity to influence us. It has enough gravity to pull the core of the sun to one side. That's what is happening right now. So there's a tremendous phenomenon which naturally acting on us. And 33% of India's agriculture is just around this river. And if you don't take care of this, you can't take care of Bharat. Very, very important. A lot is being done, but still not enough, I would say. How it was 10 years ago, it's much cleaner and better, definitely better, but still a lot more needs to be done. And all of us should be conscious to make sure that we don't cause anything unnecessary with the river. Hello? You can wash your stuff. Your karma, it can handle. Don't do any more kriyas. Wonderful to have all of you here, but we're blocking the road and of water. This is particularly high, and also the latitudinal positioning. Unfortunately, today for our needs, we built dams in the river, otherwise these 2 rivers or 3 rivers, if they were meeting in force, it would be far more phenomenal. But today it's tame because dams have slowed down the rivers. The quality of the river is stagnant at some points because of the dams, it's not flowing. And as you must already know that Ganga water has special qualities, particularly it has what is called as bacteriophage. That means there are viruses which eat up specific bacteria. They won't eat up everything. These experiments and these studies were done in 1896 by British bacteriologists. What they found was, if you put a cholera bacteria into the Ganga water, within 3 hours it will die. So they found when cholera was sweeping through this country, it would happen every few years. People who lived close to Ganga, they were not much affected because they were consuming this water. And the British always used Ganga water to travel in the ocean because it was approximately 85 to 90-day travel back to England. They always took Ganga water because it's the only water which did not go bad. It stayed fresh for 90 days. And Akbar, in his exploits of conquest that he went about, when they went on war campaigns, which was 8 to 10 months, 12 months sometimes, he took only Ganga water with him because that was the water that never went bad and you never allowed you to get sick. I have seen personally my own experience when, from the age of 19, for 27 years I trekked every year in the Himalayas, mostly by myself. At that time, there was no organization of food, there was no Mahas and Swamis running around me, giving me this and that. So, food was scarce and I just couldn't this aloo jeera chapati. Too South Indian, huh? So, I just carry these tiny Himachali apples in my bag, in my haversack, and Ganga water. Most of the days I had nothing to eat. Every day I'm trekking 14 to 20 kilometers a day in the mountains, just water, and it kept me going, never let me down. So there are tremendous qualities to this. Why it is so, people are trying to explain today. Because of the glacial, this thing, it's coming from deep crevices, there may be permafrost where these viruses are being released continuously. These are all explanations, but the important thing is, it has that quality. This is why Ganga Jal has always been so sacred and so valuable, because both for physical well-being, mental well-being and spiritual inspiration, this has been the thing. Ganga Basin, which accounts for about 861,000 square kilometers of land. That is 26% of India's land mass, and 33% of India's agriculture is just around this river. And if you don't take care of this, you can't take care of Bharat. Very, very important. Lot is being done, but still not enough, I would say. How it was 10 years ago, it's much cleaner and better, definitely better, but still lot more needs to be done. And all of us should be conscious to make sure that we don't cause anything unnecessary with the river. Hello? You can wash your stuff. Your karma, it can handle. Don't do any more kriyas. Wonderful to have all of you here, but we're blocking the road and Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya
Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya
Kala Kala Kaleshwaraya
Kala Kala Kaleshwaraya
Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya
Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya
Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya
Shambho Shambho
So, at least take a small step towards your own mukti. You identify three things. Hello? Three things which are your limitations. Three things which limit you from being what you want to be. Please break it and go. For example, I'm only using an example, or it could be for real. I'm a little tricky like this only, no? Because what we have as life is a very little time. Hello? If you had 1,000 years to live, I wouldn't be pushing you. Do it slowly. But there's no 1,000-year time. Before you know what the hell is happening, it'll be your funeral. Hello? So, you get angry, all of you? Angry? Ah, come on. Am I that naive? You get angry. Well, you're still getting angry because you can't stop it. I understand, see, I'm very understanding also. So you can get angry as much as you want. But whenever you get angry, you just shut up, okay? Don't growl. Leave that to the dogs, okay? Growling, let the dogs do. Please don't take their profession. Hello? Can you do this much?
Yes.
I'm not asking you to stop being angry. Get angry, it's okay. It's your problem. But no angry words. This much you can do. One limitation, break it and go, let me see. Add two more, it'll be nice. Huh? Break something and go. At least one little barrier in your life, break it, and little mukti. Because I know you go in installments, everything. Mukti also in installments. Huh? If you want all the way to go, come, we'll do something else with you. But you're an installment person, it's okay with me. But at least one step you must be moving ahead by the day. Let's make it happen. Okay? Namaskaram, all of you.
Sadhguru, we love you! We love you! Har Har Mahadev!
Mahadev! Har Har Mahadev!
So much.